Here, the unknown is of course x. We have here a new equation, but to solve for the unknown x, we need to isolate the said variable on one side of the equation. Here, let's pick the left-hand side. This would mean the minus 1 as a term and 2 as a coefficient of our variable x will be removed. Our equation here is given as 2x minus 1 equals 2. To start with, let us try to remove the term negative 1 here. This is negative 1, so we are, or minus 1. Therefore, we are just going to add here 1 in such a way that minus 1 plus 1 will become 0. Hence, the term is removed. But of course, properties of equality tells us that we need to do the same thing on the other side as well. Living with an equation, 2x is equal to 2 plus 1, which is 3. Then, we are going to remove the coefficient 2 because we're solving for x, not 2x. To do that, we are going to divide here that term by 2 because 2 divided by 2 will become 1. Properties of equality again tells us that we need to do the same thing on the other side. This would mean the value of the unknown x is equal to a fraction 3 halves. Now, this is also equal to 1 and 1/2 or 1.5. But the suggestion here is that if the result is an improper fraction, just like 3 halves, we need to stay with 3 halves. This is because if we are going to check this using the original equation, it's easier for us to use improper fractions than mixed and also than our decimal notation. So we are going to check here. Checking means we are going to substitute the value of the unknown that we solve being 3 halves to our original equation. If the equation is satisfied, this would mean the value of x being 3 halves is the correct answer. Here, we just need to substitute. So x will become 3 halves. Take note, if this is mixed, you will be substituting here 1 and 1/2 and it would be difficult or harder than this. So you have here minus 1 equal to 2. If we are on checking, let's add here question mark because the goal of checking is to make sure that both sides of the equation will be equal. Here, take note this is in an integer and we have a fraction. We can write this integer as a fraction 2 over 1 and then we are just simply multiplying fractions now. 2 times 3 is 6, 1 times 2 is 2. That would be your new fraction. Or you can simply apply here the cancellation law for multiplication. And the cancellation law is possible because we are multiplying here. So that would mean we have here 1 times 3, you have 3. You have here 1 times 2. I mean, this is also 1 because you already canceled the 2. So that's over 1, or simply 3 minus 1 equal to 2. Again, even if it's too obvious, simply continue the process of checking and arrive to this point. 2 is equal to 2 because the goal of checking is to make sure that both sides of the equation will be equal. In this case, we have now verified the result and we have now satisfied the idea that the value of the unknown for this given equation is 3 halves. Join us to the next adventure involving the unknown.